What's going on YouTube? It's David with Go Grab Gadgets, and today we're going to be checking out this computer right here, this MacBook 15-inch. It's hot, man. It gets really hot. So after I opened it up, I noticed one of the fans weren't moving. Didn't even bother to call Apple. This is what I did. Before you get to the video, you're going to need a Pentalobe 5 screwdriver and a Torx 5 security screwdriver to do this, plus your replacement fan. Well, let's get to it. First, you just want to grab your Pentalobe screwdriver. Using that, you'll easily be able to remove all of the back panel screws. As you can see, I'm doing them one by one. Doesn't take too long. And actually, this computer didn't even have all the screws to begin with. And here comes the back panel. See, check this out. The fan on the right is spinning right now and the one on the left is not. So yeah, this is what it looks like. First things first, we want to disconnect the battery so we can kill all the power and make sure that no components are on. Here goes my new replacement fan. You can see here that there are 3 new screw holes that have no screws in them, and these are the ones that we're going to remove and replace. 1, 2, and 3. This data cable right here is over top of the fan, so we'll make sure I have to remove that as well. Then you can also see this rubber gasket at the top. First, I'm going to disconnect the fan's flex cable. I'm using a plastic pry tool to do that. Next, I'll grab my T5, my Torx 5, and sorry for the bad angle, but I'm just removing the 3 screws that are holding down the fan. And there goes actually the 3rd screw. With all of them removed, you then want to remove the screws that are holding down the data cable. After removing both screws on one side, do the same for the other and then remove the shield. With the shield off, you can then use a plastic pry tool to disconnect the data cable and then remove it safely from the computer. Don't remove the fan just yet. We need to move these data cables out of the way, and this rubber gasket is holding down the wireless antennas and also another data cable. Once we peel back this silicone cover, we can see the cables and how they're laying right on top of the fan. Now we can safely wiggle and remove the fan, the old fan at least, and let's make some space for the new one. When I'm trying to spin the fan, it seems like the bearings might have just fallen out of place or something. But here goes the new fan, and it's spinning real nice and smooth, real nice. First things first, we want to get this new fan in position, slide it underneath the data cables and line it up with 3 screw holes. Once we do that, we can relay the cables down and attach the fan's flex cable to the motherboard. Next, after making sure everything is nicely in place, we can start adding the data cable. I wasn't thinking ahead too well with this next step. I would actually suggest re-screwing the 3 screws back onto the fan before adding the data cable and the shields for the data cables. But as you can see, aligning up the data cables is fairly easy, and the shield is also fairly easy. The screws go right into place and we move on to the next one. Next, you'll see that I'm now reattaching the 3 screws that are holding down the replacement fan. Now we can reconnect the wireless antenna cables. Doing this with your fingers alone is really tough, so use a plastic pry tool to add the flat pressure you need to get these back into place. now we can reconnect the battery and turn this bad boy right on. Check out these fans, y'all. That one's spinning and that one's spinning. This bad boy is not going to heat up any longer, so now I'm just going to wipe this down. I didn't even notice this little mark here. Wipe it down with some nice alcohol and reattach my screws on the back panel. Well, I really hope this video helped you guys, because it really helped me. This MacBook was a steal, and now it's a great deal because it works perfectly. If you have any other questions, you can reach out to me on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. On Instagram and Facebook, my username is DavidMensa_, and on Snapchat, it's OpenedDoor11. Well, I hope you guys are able to get your computers working in super smooth condition. And as always, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thanks for your time. I really hope this video helped you out, and if it did, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. All we're going to do is share how exactly we go grab gadgets. Thanks, everyone. Take care.